Good evening. Seeing as my video on ULTRAKILL concepts and theories about the 8th layer of hell, fraud, got quite a bit of traction and positive attention, I decided to make a similar one about the subsequent and final layer in ULTRAKILL, Treachery. This was all inspired by the game's current story arc, other fans' creations, and of course my own theories and ideas. Again, please keep in mind that I am not a professional game dev or designer, so take my ideas with a grain of salt. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get on with it. The lair of Treachery, as it appears in Dante's Inferno, is a vast frozen landscape, featuring a massive lake where sinners are punished. I believe ULTRAKILL's Treachery would somehow reflect this, making the beginning of a level an expansive taiga with a mountain range visible in the distance. Something I thought about a lot while playing through ULTRAKILL was where Lucifer would be seen, since he is mentioned in one of God's terminal entries and is thus canon to ULTRAKILL's plot. According to the Divine Comedy, Lucifer would reside in exactly this lair, which is why I think he should be included as scenery within at least Treachery first, at least his corpse. Let me explain. I'd imagine Gabriel in his mania to fight V1 again to carve his way through the final layer, leading to him slaying Lucifer and claiming the title of Gabriel the Fallen Angel. More about him in a second. This would leave his corpse as a massive set piece, much like the corpse of King Minos in Lust, although inanimate. I'm not entirely sure if killing an angel would really leave a corpse, since Lucifer was one himself, which would probably mean that his banishment to hell gave him a husk of sorts to control, the remains of which we would see in 9-1. Speaking about angels, I think it's about time we got an upgrade to our roster of a whopping 3 angels, and that's if you count Gabriel. Twice. This is why I proposed the Seraph, a winged greater angel that floats over the arena. I'd probably imagine its moveset to be a cross between the Mind Flare and Act 1 Gabriel, with toned down health and speed of course. Much like Gabriel, it would have a spear and throw it at V1 as a ranged attack, as well as normal melee attacks with it. The Seraph would be pretty beefy, and I'd imagine it to get enraged while the flying spear gets parried back into it. I think some unique interactions with weapons like the Firestarter, such as immunity to fire and electrical damage, would make some sense, considering the Seraph's appearances in Christian literature and art. All in all, I'd say the Seraph would make a pretty cool upgrade to the angels we know today. Now, for the part you've probably been waiting for, our boy Gabriel. The fight would most likely take place in 9-2, the final level of the game, which would in turn take place inside Lucifer's body. As I said, slaying Lucifer would give Gabriel the title of Fallen Angel, and his fight would be a spectacular show of passion. He would not be fighting for anyone but himself now. And this would probably be the most emotional encounter in the entire game, as Gabriel would most likely die after a fight, for real this time, after delivering a moving speech about the Industrial Revolution and its consequences or something. But jokes aside, I have very high expectations for this encounter. Not only would it have to be more dramatic than the second fight with Gabriel, in the same way that the second fight is more dramatic than the first, but also present some new mechanics, or at least integrate existing ones. After this, I'd imagine the elevator room we would expect just not to be there, urging us to exit the arena the way we came in, kind of letting the player know that this is the end. There is no more blood. Turn back now, please! As we exit the arena, we look at the frozen landscape shake and rumble as hell starts to collapse in on itself, and the credits start rolling. This, in my opinion, would make an incredible finale to V1's, Hell's, Gabriel's, and Heaven's story. Big thanks to everyone who commented on my last video about fraud and gave me the inspiration to make this one. Also, thank you for 500 subscribers, you guys are awesome. I'm also considering making a video about Prime Third, or P3, and I already have some ideas, but I'd like to hear your thoughts and theories as to what it may be. As always, this was Cold Brew, thank you so much for watching, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys around. Later.